Furnishing store 77 years ago on 25th and Broadway. Hi, I'm Frank LaRosa with Golf to Go. All those many years ago, the Keys family promised integrity and quality in serving families just like yours and mine. Near as I can tell, Walter would have been pretty proud to know that those same values are evident today at Naturewood Home Furnishings. The Naturewood team takes great pride and significant effort to offer Northern California families a vast selection of home furnishings. Furnishings that not only last for generations, but also lead to everlasting memories of cherished times. Visit Naturewood Home Furnishings now during their Veterans Day Save the Tax sale and get started making your own brand of memories. The Keys family would love to hear them. Naturewood Home Furnishings off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
The Sactown Sports 49ers Report is being brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. San Francisco falls at home to LA on Sunday, 42-26. Matt Stafford, a huge game for LA. He threw for 4 touchdown passes in the victory. For San Francisco, they fall 2 games back of LA now in the standings. LA and Seattle atop the division lead. Next up for San Francisco, they're in Arizona on Sunday.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SactownSports.com and the Sactown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sactown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys.
Last night I was reminded of a basketball truism that I'm pretty sure I made up. When you have Team A, and Team A is younger, stronger, faster, longer than Team B. Team A beats Team B by a lot, and it always looks like Team B ain't trying. What's wrong with them? They're not giving the effort. Sometimes in basketball, I think it applies to other sports as well, when you're overmatched in some key areas, you're going to get, for lack of a better term, boat raced, and it looks like you're not trying. I don't know that that was really the problem for the Kings last night, and also it's Jay and Whitey today. Jay, we talked about it before the Denver game. I'm not sure how you could have expected much more last night. Now, I know the Hawks, I figured, there's a good chance they're going to have their way with the Kings. The Kings probably could have played a little better. It was a little surprising how badly they looked. But at this point, isn't that kind of what we expect, whether we like it or not, from this team?
I would say yeah, but I think you're gonna hear people chime in and say, Whitey. But it didn't look like they played with effort. Right. And so that's the conversation that's going to come.
Especially when the coach says that. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. But I think if we're talking about the expectations of coming in, there's 2 or 3 things, and we'll get into it, but immediately the length and the size and the athleticism, which is something that I don't think we've talked about enough here for Sacramento as well. Those 3 things were on full feature yesterday for the Atlanta Hawks.
Right.
And you could see the length played a big part. You could see the size played a big part. And you can definitely see, and I know you'll probably talk about it, the shooting played a big part as well. But there's something that, there's many assets that the Sacramento Kings lack. But, yeah, I'm with you, and I've been screaming at the top of my head, from the top of my head for the longest. I don't really understand what other Kings fans who, believe that this team is going to be a playoff team, because we have some of those guys.
Yeah.
Some of those gals. Some of those people.
Yeah.
Who came in preseason and talked about it. I just don't understand what you were looking at.
That hope dies hard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I understand that. I think there's two ways, primarily two schools of thought going into last night's game. One is, hey, you know what? You should beat Atlanta. You got to win a game on this homestand. This team still can compete for a play-in spot. And the other school of thought was, yeah, this is a tough one, and things just this team right now is not put together very well. I would tend to be more towards the latter, but like I said, I still, even though I expected, wow, tough matchup, I was a little surprised at what we saw. Just especially Atlanta just scored almost at will. I mean, that was one of the worst defensive performances I think I've ever seen. I'm not saying that you got to get rid of all these guys. I don't know how much of it was effort, but they were almost, it was as if they only had 4 guys on the floor sometimes. It was, and a lot of it was offense. The Kings struggled so much offensively that some of their offense just served as like an outlet pass for the Atlanta Hawks fast break sometimes.
Yeah,
it was an avalanche.
For sure. And I told myself today as I was watching the game last night after the game, I should say, I was sitting up in the man cave, man room, and I'm sitting there looking at some things. And first thing that popped in my mind is, as a fan, as a journalist, as a host, as a producer, as anyone that's tied to the Kings organization, let me just apologize first. Truly, though, because, man, we've taken some – there's been a lot of years that we have not been successful. And when I say we, meaning as part of the kingdom. And, apologies to everybody that truly loves this team and organization. It's just a difficult situation to really look at, right? So that's the first thing. I just gotta be apologetic because I can't apologize to myself. So I'm just, I'm showing some humility. I apologize to all the Kings fans and supporters out there. Mm-hmm. Truly, truly do.
For what now exactly?
Because
it's not your fault.
No, it's not. But you know what though? When you're a part of a team, when you're part of a squad, when you're a part of a group, when you're a part of a mob, whatever you want to call it, there are working parts of that group. And we, the fans, have been spectacular. I think many people as fans would say, we are top flight, we're top 3, we're top 5, we're in the category of, great fan base. Those things can be argued. But man, when you really sit down and look at it, and I was listening to Sam Amick this morning with the with Jason Ross and Chris Verlatte and some guy named Carmichael Davis.
Yeah.
But one of the things he said is something I consistently talk about so long, which is we as a fan base are so attached to that period of 5 or 6 years that we don't even know how to operate without it. Now, he paraphrased it and said it himself, and, he apologized for that. He also apologized as well. But something popped in my mind, Whitey, in the form of that's the only true time that as a Kings fan, you probably were happy about things. And I get the Beam Team year. That's a one-off. That's a complete one-off. But there's got to be something more to the kingdom than 6 years, 7 years, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Please tell me yes.
It's there, Jay.
Okay.
You see that purple beam on the horizon beckoning, I hope. We have this in the YouTube chat, which relates to all of it, which is why I mention it here, from Jeff. And Jeff basically is saying here, and again, we're getting so many comments, and I appreciate that, jumping around. Jeff says, a little better. Guys, no, the Hawks were waltzing into the paint at will. There's no excuse for that. I'm sorry. They can definitely improve and play decent team defense. The players simply don't want to do it. We could quibble, Jeff, but let's face it. The coach basically echoed what you're saying last night. Coach Christie talked about many times the effort not being what it needs to be. It is, to me, Jay, I'm not entirely comfortable with the fact that 2 games in a row now, Coach Christie's comments have been the bigger story. I worry about him. It's like, what's going on here? Is everything okay? But let's just look at it now. Okay, he talked about.
What do you mean, is everything okay?
Well,
because it's not. You didn't got blew out 3 times in a row, so it's not okay. So let's not even glaze over that. It's not okay.
I'm not talking about the way the team is playing. I mean, it just is. It's got to be okay as far as his future with it. He obviously, something has really gotten to him. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's just a matter of, man, this is really bad. And on my watch, I don't want any part of that. All right, I can accept that. But I want to look at what he said about how the effort has to be there and I could do a better job. Who's he talking about? Obviously, he's not going to come out and say this guy, this guy, this guy. But let's just look at the starters. You got Domantas Sabonis, and he's playing hurt right now, right? So you can't really say he's not giving effort because he could have easily said, I can't go. Or if he's really struggling that much with a rib contusion, the coaching staff could say, no, you can't do it. We got to take you out. So it's not him. Is it Russell Westbrook? I don't think so. He's never that way. Precious Achiuwa just got there, and he did some nice things, and he's doing things that Precious Achiuwa normally does. So I think we're talking about DeRozan or Schroeder, aren't we?
And I'm not going down that lane with you, brother. I'm going to let you rock that yourself today.
Well, who's he talking about then?
I think it's just an overall umbrella. I truly do. I mean, if you're really pointing the finger at anyone, it's everyone. And that's why I said I started the show with being a part of, and I'll say this, I don't know who, what, where, and why is happening in the building. I think there are very few people who do. And the ones who do, as I think Coach said, and even Russ said, and Keon talked a little bit about it yesterday, everyone's got to look in the mirror. And I think that's top to bottom. See, the one thing about it is we like scapegoats, especially in sports.
Scapegoats.
We like not so much as to play victim, but we also like the antagonist. We like the person that is responsible for what has happened, and we want to put the blame game on people. Sometimes and I think that's the way we started is it's not a 1, it's not a 2, it's not a 3, it's not a 4, it's not 5 people. It's everybody down there. And so me personally, I'm not willing to say, well, he's talking about that one person. No, he's talking about everybody. Well, and that's the way I feel. I could be wrong. And I think he even included himself, meaning Coach Christie. And I think that's the way it needs to be looked at. Now, if Coach comes out and says, well, player B and player A and player F, and then we'll talk. We'll have those conversations.
Which he's not going to do.
No,
yeah.
I would think not.
And he did say, to your point, it's a collective.
Yeah.
He did say that. But to me, when he's talking about you've got to come out and, you got to play with more pride, he's talking about somebody, something. And I just, it's 2 games in a row where he's been that frustrated. That's just, it's curious. It's unusual. That was the story today. And I'm not suggesting, there's something else going on.
Right.
Clearly, we know what's going on, and it's kind of a mess. But it's such a mess that the coach has been the story 2 games in a row.
Which is crazy because, and that's part of the issue for me is, and I understand it, and that's why I said, when we're talking about sports, we're looking for, the underdog, the favorite, the victim, the person that takes the blame. Like, there's so many different spaces and there's so many different labels that we put on teams, people, organizations throughout the league. We here in Sacramento have been getting a bad rap for so long. Some people say we shouldn't. Some people say we deserve it. But there is a label to who we are as Sacramento. Not so much as, again, as fans, because I think there's a separation. But as an organization as a whole, sometimes as fans, we get piled in. We get included in the pile of, man, the Kings, that's just a whole mess. And so you hear fans consistently talk about, well, that's not us. We've been the best. Mm-hmm. We've been rocking. We've been selling out Arco.
And Coach Christie did say last night, the fans should accept nothing less. Yeah.
And that's the point. But what I'm saying is there's a separation between, sometimes we just need to look at and I'm trying to make sure I say it correctly. The story has been Coach Christie for the last couple of days. Obviously, he's chose that. Or, the way he said it, that's become more of a story because the true story and the real story is deeper. The team is weak. They've been getting blown out. And as people have been talking about, this is something that we've expected. And it starts, some people say at the top, some people say at the middle, some people say at the ground floor. But the fact of the matter is isn't it interesting over the last 2-3 nights or last week or whatever you want to consider, we've been talking about the coach. Players getting a pass? Are they? Are they getting a pass?
They didn't get one from the coach last night. And I'm not saying they should have, but clearly he didn't call out anyone by name, of course. But when he talked, it was very clear what he was saying. It's unacceptable, and I know the organization feels that way. There's also this, though. You look at the game last night. The Kings are not a very balanced roster to begin with. We all know that. Guard heavy. Everybody knows that. Then you have no Keegan because he got hurt. Okay. Then last night, you're playing your second game in 2 nights. Well, it's not an excuse. No, but it's a fact that it's more difficult. And you're without 2 of your best offensive players. So I'm not surprised that they struggled last night. I'm a little surprised by how much they struggled, but my goodness, that was a tough matchup for them last night.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. That's a fact.
Length and size is bothering this team. Denver is rallied around length and size. We know OKC is lengthy and very big. There's just so many different variables when it comes to what this team, meaning the Kings, is lacking, that we talk about defense one day, and then the same thing, we talk about how deficient the roster is, and then the next day we talk about the size and the wingspan is deficient. When you start to add them up, there's 4 or 5 deficiencies, and when you really put them all in your jumbo bucket, as you like to do, it just really comes out as, this team's just not that good.
Right.
Just not that good.
Right. And we understand the type of team Coach Christie says he and Scott Perry want to build, and we see so many other teams that are doing that, right? Last night we saw another one. Oh, that's the way the Kings want to play with that roster.
Right.
Yeah. And the Kings that roster just isn't there. So maybe last night was the beginning of the rebuild. Maybe we did see it. It's hard to say because they were shorthanded. So some players, younger players, got minutes because there were more minutes to go around. But that was my sense last night. Okay, you don't want to start a full rebuild on national TV against Denver, but I think maybe it did start last night. And as Coach Christie said last night, it's going to be a bumpy road, Jay.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bumpy road.
It's already bumpy, brother.
Yes.
Matter of fact, we just turned on the car, and we haven't, Whitey, the road hasn't even started. We're barely out of the garage, and you're like, man, what's wrong with the car? Mm-hmm. It's idling high. It's putt-putting. Uh-huh. It's just there's so many issues. There truly are so many issues. And maybe, and this is a question I was going to ask, 916-339-1140. I think I said it yesterday. I think 50% of the kingdom understood that this ride was going to be bumpy. And then you have 50% of the half glass full, as Draper used to say, the purple colored glasses. I think there was a percentage of people who looked at it from that standpoint as well. I think over the last 3 nights, can we agree, me and you starting here, that this road is for sure bumpy, like completely. Like there's no way around the fact that this team is so deficient in so many areas that it's not a can't get right anymore.
Jay, you're not going to get through this road with your Corolla LE. You're not. You're going to need some kind of four-wheel
vehicle. What if I put some new tires on it?
I don't think so. Nothing
All
against
weather,
a Corolla
baby,
LE.
Continental.
But this road, it's not even a road, really.
Right. No sidewalks.
Yeah.
nothing
it's
paved.
A road.
Yeah. I just, and again, Whitey, I know we're going to have plenty of conversations. I see Ken, it's like, hey, Jay, he's talking to DeMar. Maybe. But no, let me correct that. You're right, Ken. But I also think he's talking to more than just DeMar, too. And that's what I'm saying. You're 100% right, Ken. He is talking to DeMar. I think he's also talking to Schroeder and Daquan Plowden and Dylan and everybody. I think he's talking to everyone, meaning Coach is talking to everyone. Now, who chooses or will receive the message, that's TBD.
I think that's a fair question. I think it's a great question, and it's unknowable right now. The question is, how are some of those veterans that he clearly was addressing as a group at the very least,
for sure,
how are they going to respond to that? And, I was wondering when a coach comes out and he takes the spotlight the way Coach Christie has the last 2 nights, I can't help but wonder, is there a method to his madness? Is it almost like the Zen master used to do, where he was trying to divert attention from something else with his team? But then I realized, no, Coach Christie's not doing that. He's pointing at them and going, that's not right. So that's not what he's doing.
Right.
So how are the veterans going to take that? Are they going to, yeah, you're right? Or, there's some things that may go on that we're not going to hear about. I know Sam talked about it. I believe Sam talked about it. I heard him today. Are we going to start hearing about, some of the veterans now letting it be known through back channels that, yeah, okay, I'm done here.
I'm out. Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. But as I said, there's a lot of to be determined coming soon. If nothing else, I think the last 3 days, and I could be wrong, and that's why I'm going to keep pushing that way. I think the last 3 games have truly showed the percentage of people who are half glass full optimistic that this team is so far probably gone deficient in so many different areas that you might have to, as they say, a come to Jesus moment, right? Mm-hmm. You might have to start to come closer to the center and say, there's some things that need to be adjusted. There's probably a few players or more than a few players, depending on who you ask, that need to go a certain way, probably need to leave, be traded, be cut, however you feel. But any way it goes, I think we in the kingdom can also understand, like, as much as we love this team, some changes need to be made. And that's why I started. Like, I apologize to fans, man. I truly do, because I know what it is to be a fan. I know what it is to be in the media. I know what it is to, spend my own money. I know what it is to be blessed to go watch the Kings and be a part of it and buy hats and all that type of stuff, right? And it sometimes when you look at the product of what you saw last night, you got to start chin checking yourself. And it becomes one of them things, and I see it all the time. People hit me on social network. We see it on the text line. It's like, nah, Whitey, Jay, Drive Guys, man, like, I can't do that no more. I can't do that anymore. So I'm going to do it 2 or 3 times because we're told, we got new listeners every top of the hour. Man, I apologize because last night I was like, man, I don't even know. Like, what can I do? One of the worst signs for the team, I'm sure it's not totally unexpected, is, and I don't know how often you've been out there on this homestand. I was only out there Friday. But the numbers, the attendance is creeping down. Yeah. Yeah. It's not terrible, but it's not what you would expect. I remember last Friday night when the defending world champs came in, the OKC Thunder, and it's like, whoa. I thought there'd be more people here. And last night, the official count was 15,008, something like that. Right. So fans are already feeling a certain way about all this, and a lot of fans are already, at least in the short term, feeling like, all things considered, I'm good. I'm not gonna be out there. And that's bad for the organization. No, 100%. It's interesting because I think we were on the same wavelength. Something that one of my pet peeves this past year with the A's was talking about attendance. I'm in the reverse with the Kings. I'm very interested in it. Uh-huh. And I hit 2 or 3 people that were in the arena last night and asking him, give me a good synopsis of what do you see? Is it half full? Is it, I thought it would be more than half full because we're the Kings fans. This is what we do. We show up and show out. We support. But the last couple of games, it feels like, because I haven't been to the last 2 in person, it looks as if, man, there's way more gray seats than people. And you know how you can really tell, you see empty seats on TV, especially halftime or once the game started. Sure. You're not sure, well, are the people there, but they're just somewhere else? But when you can see the giveaway item, whatever it is still on the back of the seat, you realize, okay, nobody ever showed up for that seat. Look, I understand it, and I'm sure this was, as I say, not totally unexpected, but it is something that's important for the organization and something they're keeping an eye on, and it speaks to how delicate this dance is as they try to get the message out that we are rebuilding, and what goes hand in hand with that is we might not be competitive for a while, but we still want you to come out. It's a tough needle to thread. No, that's very tough. One of my degrees is in business organizational management, right? And so I get it. I've been through it. I've worked in plenty of positions to understand, how business operates. I'll tell you this much. the way this homestand went, I wouldn't blame anybody if they were like, yeah, I need a break. I need to step away for a little bit. Mental health is super serious right now. Some people dive so deep into sports that it can detour some of your mental thoughts sometimes. And so I wouldn't blame anybody going down there and spending their hard-earned money, or even if their money ain't hard-earned, if it was given to them. The fact that it was theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't blame anybody for not going down or at least taking a break or taking a step away from attending the game physically.
The energy has not been great in there on the floor or in the stands this week.
Yeah. And I remember, I think it was game number 2. Was it the Lakers? Did you go to the Lakers game?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I remember I hit you and asked you, and you shot me a video, and I was like, ooh, that's a little light for a Lakers game.
Yeah. Yes.
And normally Lakers fans, as much as we try to, box them out, they find their way in. Mm-hmm. They run up the prices. They come up. The Lakers fans are so fugazi, they got to act like they live in Sacramento. But no, it seems to be, and it'd be very interesting. I asked 2 or 3 people, and some people was like, yeah, kind of what you just said. They'll probably announce 14,000, 15,000, but yeah, I don't see that in here.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I think the organization was reluctant to fully embrace a rebuild, assuming they have done that now. And we've talked to, Anthony Slater said, I get it. You start doing that, and people find lots of reasons to stay away. So it's one of the things that makes this a lot trickier. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Talk to Dwayne on Sactown Sports. Hey, Dwayne, thanks for hanging. You're on with Jay and Whitey. What's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Thanks for taking the call, man. I just kind of want to clear up what I said yesterday. I feel like what I was trying to say was those are the 2 options.
Okay.
Right? They do have a lot of good players, bro. The team has talent. It's just lopsided, bro. This is logjam at certain positions. We all know this.
Yep.
So I choose Tank, especially after last night, because I think they should target Cam Boozer. Now, if they do that, you got to hit.
Yep.
You got to make it happen. Plus, I don't trust this ownership group to make the right trade. Over the last couple of years, I've seen the whole Bean team go away, honestly, because of management, bro, just like in any bad business. So I go with the Tank and target Cam, but you guys are right. Whatever you choose, you better hit. All right, thanks, fellas.
Yeah, thank you, Dwayne. Appreciate that. Now that we know what the Kings' intended direction is, there's 3 big questions, and we'll look at those. We'll get to your calls as well. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Drive, guys, on Sactown Sports.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-646-5454. That's 800-646-5454.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable Scent Boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness, so you can smell unstoppable.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
With Progressive's collision coverage, my family gets up to $1,000 for vet bills if I'm injured in a car accident. And that makes this Chihuahua really feel like part of the family. What's that? I don't sound like a Chihuahua? Oh, I'm sorry. What exactly am I supposed to sound like? I guess all Chihuahuas are high-strung, riding around in expensive designer purses. Actually, I prefer riding in cars. So I appreciate that my family protects me with Progressive's pet collision coverage. Okay, maybe I am a little high-strung. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states. Coverage for dogs and cats is included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
For over 90 years, Hagen Oaks has partnered with the biggest brands in golf to bring cutting-edge technology to your game. Our one-of-a-kind total game fitting offers a level of experience and precision that is unmatched. From driver to putter, footwear to golf balls, our TrackMan-powered performance studios, 3D footwear scanner, and Ping's Ballnamic ball fitting kiosk ensure every piece of your gear is tailored to your swing. Trust the experts at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Total game fitting starts here.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emron Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sactown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
From the bottom of my lungs, gonna be blowing, spitting this game, coming up on you from the south.
I mean, it's high. I mean, from where we, came in training camp with expectations and everything, and kind of these last couple of games, the way we played. I mean, it's definitely night and day from what we expect and where we want to be, and the things that we want to do. So I mean, it's tough for sure, especially when you. In your wildest dream, I guess you definitely didn't see this coming for us. So.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Jay, at the airport, don't they need they need lights like on the runway to guide the planes?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of what we can do with the beam since alternate uses. Maybe loan it out to the airport. Maybe loan it to Sac State for a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
I just don't know here for a while how often we're going to need it. Unfortunately.
Well,
you don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to have it. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, you don't want it to just
options.
Out of disuse, just stop functioning. So
yeah, well, you can test it. They've tested it before, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Just test it.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it on, turn it off. It's like the bat call, bat signal.
Would you take a second-round pick for it if somebody like Charlotte or somebody was like
for the beam?
Yeah.
Nah. The beam is here to stay, baby.
You need a first?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a few.
How many firsts for the beam?
At
339-1140.
At least 3. I'm saying 3.
I'm with you.
If Desmond Bain is got all that type of return, then the beam I need 3. 3 number ones.
How many firsts for the beam? Just theoretically here.
It's a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Come on, man. If you coming with anything less than a few first, I don't even want to talk about the beam. Nah, let me guide you over here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something else.
Hi, Charlotte Hornets here. We're interested in the beam. All right, what do you want to offer? First round pick, just one click.
Yep. Done.
Click.
Done. Get somebody else on the line.
Let's see what Casey has to say. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Casey.
Oh, he just hung up.
Oh.
As soon as we went to
Sorry about that, Casey.
It's all good.
He was not prepared to answer questions about the beam. How many firsts for the beam? I don't know. I'm going to have to check my analytics on that and get back to you. Yes. Here, I think, are the three big questions. And Emmadrock was asking in the YouTube chat, well, wait, did they declare a direction? I don't know. Jay and I may disagree on this. To me, they have through back channels. Carmichael Dave said some things a couple days ago, said, look, they're in the process, early stages of rebuild. The way he said it, given the choice of his words, given that there has been zero pushback on that, given that there's been at least one other member of the media who has had something similar to present, tells me that, yes, the Kings want fans to know what they're doing, and what they're doing here, it would appear, is starting a rebuild. So are you okay with that, Jay? Are you still waiting to see? Or
Yeah, I think, and I'm not saying that Carmichael Dave, and I've yet to really get a full stand on it, opinion. I do know Dave has said it in the form of, this team is going to make some moves. Well, yeah, no duh. We got that. But what I'm saying to you is, and maybe I haven't seen it. I've tried to listen to the morning show as much as possible over the last couple of days. Again, talking about Sam Amick today.
Top rated.
Yeah, absolutely.
It truly is.
They are.
Yeah.
They truly are top rated.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten the confirmation of this is it and this is what's going to be done. I think it's almost a common sense thing, especially now looking at how the last week has played out. Like, this team is going to make some moves. But I think we could have all said that 3 weeks ago. I think we could all said that 3 months ago, right? So it's inevitable, but full tank mode, rebuild mode, the word was used as rebuild.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
well, yeah, they
reason.
have to.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's another reason why I think what he's getting comes from the organization, because Dave has been talking for months and months. Tank. They need to tank. Need to tank. Need to tank. He hasn't used that word since. Well, here's what they're doing. He has not used the word tank, because my guess would be the organization did not say, tell everyone we're tanking. But
it wouldn't be in their
right.
It wouldn't be
Teams
the right
don't say
move
that.
to do that. No,
Yeah.
because you're bringing the value of your players.
Yeah, plus you
down.
get fined for that.
Well, that's
It's Mark
true.
Cuban.
Yeah.
Although Mark Cuban once says, I don't care. Yeah, we're tanking.
How much? 100,000.
And they ended up getting Derek Lively.
Yeah.
Because of
Let me get that out my pocket real fast. 100K.
Yeah.
Can I Venmo that to you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what Mark Cuban did.
Yeah.
You see, Mark Cuban is now back on with the Dallas Mavericks, according to
Really?
Yeah. When Nico Harrison came, and if you don't know, Mark Cuban sold the Mavericks to another owner, and then
interestingly, Mark Cuban always said, I didn't know they were going to trade Luka.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but allegedly, not allegedly, it seems that he is being honest and upfront that he didn't know that.
Yeah.
He wasn't brought into the table. And according to, since he's been gone and Nico's been there, that he really hasn't been a consultant. And so now that Nico is gone, it sounds like, Mark Cuban is back in the in the tables. I think the words that I saw is he's back at the table and helping and assisting, making some decisions.
A logical
organization.
Thank you, Jay. I was not aware of that. Logical Raptors Phonetic says Ballmer is calling for some beam action. So,
now I'd be interested.
Ballmer will give the beam a very lucrative no-show endorsement deal.
Yeah.
So it could work out for the beam.
Now, this is the one thing about Ballmer. Ballmer has an infinite amount of money to where maybe, where it's like in cash considerations. If the cash considerations are at a high level, I'm talking about to where you could pay a star type level.
All right.
Then I'm interested.
Okay.
I'm interested. Let's make a phone call.
Yeah. By the way, Ty Lue had to kind of face the heat yesterday too.
Yeah, he did.
Don't give up on us. They're 3-8.
Yeah, they look, but I guess I could say the same thing.
Lost.
They look bored. They truly look bored. And maybe it's one of those, they're veterans, most of them. Pretty much their whole team is veterans. If you look at their roster, Chris Dunn, they just got a bunch of guys that you feel when you look at, it's like, yeah, nobody's in their first or second, even third year. Everybody's 4th, 5th, 6th, 12th, 15th, 20th, So they look bored, and they better be careful because you can, float your way to the playoffs, to the postseason, and don't get there.
Yeah, yeah. So here, I think, are the three big questions, assuming that, yes, the Kings are starting a rebuild. One is, how do the veterans respond? Now, typically, veterans they don't find out like we find out what the team's doing, right? The team will inform agents, and agents will inform their clients. So presumably the players have had some idea here for a while what direction this is all headed. It does look to me like they haven't played as well since the news came out that they are rebuilding. But how are they going to respond? It's an open question. We don't know. Maybe some of them will be, we knew they were going to do that anyway. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm showcasing myself. Maybe somebody at some point, and I have no knowledge of this, but somebody may say, yeah, let's work something out. I want to request a trade for the best of everybody. So we'll see about that. 2 is what kind of deals are they going to be able to pull off? And most people don't see, we even asked Jerry Reynolds about it yesterday. Most people, Jay, don't seem to think they're going to get any great offers for anybody. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah.
We have no clue. We have no clue. Sam Amick spoke today, and he said, and I think Jay Ross asked him the question in the form of, could you put it in order for me? Meaning, who has the most value on this team, and of people that it sounds like, or we've heard through the grapevine, that the Kings are willing to move. And Malik Monk was number 1. Your guy, which I don't want to lose Malik.
Right.
Number 2 was...
Didn't you have DeMar number 2?
DeMar 2, Domas 3, Zach number 4.
Yeah.
And even he said, he was like, look, through the back channels, I've heard there are a few people, and I think he said, who have raised their hand to get on the phone and say, hey, we do have a little interest in Domantas Sabonis. Now, albeit it's not, when he say a few, Sam didn't specify 1, 2, 3, or 4, but I would imagine it's not 10. It's not a third of the league. It's not half of the league.
Yeah. And that, again, is why I've been talking about Malik in those terms, not because I want to get rid of him, but I could see how, if you want to move guys, that's somebody that other teams would actually want.
Yeah.
The thing that sticks in my craw about Domas, it would be really logistically really difficult to pull off, but I think he'd be a really good fit, where, down the road.
What are you asking for in return?
I don't know. And plus, they'd have such a hard time paying him because of everything that they're already committed to. It would probably take, and I think Brett Siegel might have talked about this on Alan's show, you'd have to get a third team involved. It would be very complicated. Might not be worth the trouble to them, but he would be, I think, a really good fit for them. So I hope it doesn't come to that.
I saw somebody post, was it Jay King? It was somebody, they were talking about Boston. And I hadn't thought about it. Boston was super interesting.
Yeah.
Because what are they trying to accomplish in the form of, I think we all can agree that this year is a down year for Boston. But we've also heard Jason Tatum put the foot on the gas, on the accelerator, say he wants to play on the back end of the season. Now, it probably matters on where the Celtics are, in the standings. But that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be,
I might have seen the same thing you did. I know I saw a graphic of just Domas in the Celtics uniform, and I had to admit it kind of looked like, ooh, that's not
it was
bad
somebody
look.
that was, though I saw somebody kind of write a synopsis about Domas and the Celtics and how it would work.
Yeah. And I know they were supposed to slide all the way off the map this year. They're 6-7. They're 11th. They're just behind Orlando. So I know it's very early, but they're
Orlando ain't
hanging
doing
around.
much.
Yeah.
Where's the Hawks right there? You got the standings
Yes,
up?
I do.
I
The
didn't
Atlanta
look at
Hawks
it last
are
night.
currently the 5th seed in the East. They're 7-5. They've won 3 in a row, and they're winning games without Trae Young.
Hot chili pepper right now. They're hot, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Man. We caught them at a bad time, Whitey.
We did. Plus, they were rested, and they were. You almost had to bring the mop guy out because they were drooling so much last night when they realized we haven't played in a while, and they played last night.
Facilities and maintenance.
They just played with that late game. They played like 5 hours ago.
Building operations.
Yes. And they were having They were having so much fun.
They were.
Just like Hartenstein was in here.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, at the Kings' expense. Thirdly and finally is how long will this take? And we talked about it yesterday. And it's interesting to me. It looks to me like the organization is trying to frame this as 2 years, which would be great. If you're truly in a rebuild and it's going to take 2 years, that's a pretty quick turnaround. The thing is, nobody has any idea. It's easy to say, we're 2 years, that's our timetable. We'll see. As we discussed yesterday, Jay, you look at some teams, they do it quickly.
Yep.
Detroit they pulled it off. It took, 6 years or something?
19.
So we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 18, 19, depending on who you ask. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely going to be interesting. We, as you said, the road is bumpy. We'll all be riding on the same time. Because even looking at it, you say it and you're like, man, I can't support it, but you're going to at least watch it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not supporting it personally or physically going to the arena or no longer buying merch or whatever you're not doing, however you're protesting, as a Kings fan, because that's what makes it so great, we're still going to be tied to it. We're still watching it. I don't hear anybody throwing down their flag, their colors.
Mm-hmm.
Leave that to Raiders fans. Yeah, that's what they do, when you get smoked every single week. Raiders fans all of a sudden throwing down their logo. But no.
Is that a Raider fan you have sitting right behind you?
It doesn't matter.
He's like the world's only, I'm a Raider fan, but I'm also a Bears fan.
Yeah, and I think you pull for the Falcons? Yeah.
What?
He's a three-piece, baby.
Yeah.
He got three-piece in the biscuit.
You have 3 favorite teams? Jay, do you really have any?
Probably not. It's like quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's got reasons. He's
I
family
know.
from Chi-Town.
I can see the steam coming off of Ramsey's neck as I'm talking about there. We're just kidding. We're just having fun. More on your Kings when we come back. Also, we have the most amazing thing happened after the 49er game Sunday, and we'll tell you what that was next on Sactown Sports.
Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with primetime football. It's back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high-hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game, offering the best food, best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region and conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home with a 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Hey everyone, it's Kyle Draper here. If you're in the market for a new car, let me tell you about my experience with Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. From the moment I walked into their state-of-the-art showroom, I knew I was making the right choice. There was no pressure from the sales staff, and if I'm being honest, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I settled on the all-electric EQS SUV, and let me tell you why. First of all, the comfort. After a long day at work, I actually look forward to being in my car. It has several different massage settings, including my favorite, hot relaxing back. Plus, the seat heating and cooling features are perfect for the hot summer or those chilly mornings. Mercedes-Benz has the reputation of making the finest cars in the world. Now it's your turn to experience what I already know. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is the best car buying experience you'll ever have. They're just a short drive down I-5, or you can shop online anytime at mbfstockton.com. That's mbfstockton.com, and tell them Drape sent you.
Guys, it's time to know your numbers and what they mean. And right now, Revive Men's Health is offering a $400 comprehensive wellness panel for just $99. Free if you start treatment. Offer ends November 30th. Book today at ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Carmichael Dave here for American Energy Heat and Air. Right now, breaking news, they're upgrading their offering to include plumbing, bringing that same expertise and experience to the plumbing space. They're no longer just heat and air. They're now your American Energy Home Pros. You hear me talk about them as your second opinion partner. Now you can still get second opinions on any HVAC service or replacement, and now you can get a second opinion on any of your plumbing services. They'll come out to your house for free, and they'll give you a second opinion and almost certainly save you money. Oh, but wait, there's more. With winter coming up, how about a free furnace special? With full system installation, you're getting a free furnace, not a discounted furnace, a free furnace. And up to $4,000 in rebates while that funding lasts. So get there right now, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
You know why today's young people are so soft? It's not their fault. It's really not their fault. Here's the thing, Jay. I'm just looking at my phone here to check the weather. Rainy,
Yes,
rainy, rainy. Today, 100% chance of rain. Obviously, it's raining. Tomorrow, 75%. Saturday, 60%. Sunday, 95%. Monday, 85%. Tuesday, Wednesday, okay, and then rain back next Thursday. So, into each life, a little rain must fall.
Yes, sir.
We were driving recently, speaking of the rain, we were going out to the zoo. So we had, of course, Disney radio on for Kenji. And they're playing that song, It's Raining, It's Pouring. You know the song, right?
Of course.
What happens? It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring, and then he jumped out of bed, bumped his head, couldn't get up in the morning. Like, oh, okay. I've been hearing that song since my dad used to sing that. So we're listening to it on Disney radio, and they changed it, Jay. They changed it to, he jumped out of bed and rubbed his head and said, what a beautiful morning. And I'm like, that's not what happened. Kenji, that's not what happened. He jumped out of bed and he bumped his head and he couldn't get up. He had to go in the concussion protocol. You see that? It's an important message, teaching kids like, yes, life's great, but you have to be careful out there. But instead, now we give him, he got out of bed and he rubbed his head and said, oh, isn't it wonderful? That's why kids are so soft today, Jay. It's not really their fault. Why do you change a song like that? That's a great song.
Man.
It's been around forever.
I hear you.
He jumped out of bed. He
Don't
bumped
change
his
history.
head. He couldn't get up in the morning. Wow. And that's interesting. Why, is he okay? But now it's like, no, he gets, what a beautiful day.
Ah, man, it's hilarious.
I'm not down with it.
I understand. You don't
want to
change it.
scare the kid. No, you do have to scare kids sometimes, right? Life can be scary. It's great, but it can be scary. It's important to impart that wisdom for their sake. I'm sorry.
No, totally understand.
Every time it rains, that song goes through my head. My dad used to sing that. And now I've heard it. It's like, whoa, that's not it. They're doing it wrong. I don't care for that.
I understand. I get it. Listen, one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to argue
something
you're standing for.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. There's no reason to change this.
I get it. I'm with you. It's like kids pop.
Yeah.
You change a few words for
When
it.
we were kids, no kids went, oh, that's too bad. What happened to the old man? Nobody ever asked that. It's like, oh, okay.
Somebody must have.
I don't know.
Because they changed it.
I don't know. I'm gonna. So if it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna get them to change it back.
How do we start?
I don't know.
I'm
We'll
with
figure
you.
something
How do
out.
we start?
I got to settle down first.
All right.
Watching the Kings last night, that was frustrating, but changing the words, it's raining, it's pouring. Now you've crossed the line.
Understandable.
Speaking of
Soft.
injuries, yes,
Yeah.
SOFT, soft.
I hear you.
Speaking of injuries, can you believe this? Kyle Shanahan reported from Sunday's loss to the Rams for the first time all season, no injuries, Jay. The 49ers had no injuries after the Rams game.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
It is. It's also a miracle the Cardinals have more people listed on the injury report than the 49ers.
Yes. And they've got those weird ones like poor Marvin Harrison Jr. Hey, what happened? He had to get his appendix taken out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It's hopefully he can recover. I'm glad they caught it before.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, he had to get his appendix taken out. So, prayers and blessings up to Marvin Harrison Jr.
And their Wednesday practice report, which has had as many as 19 players, listed only 7 this week, 2 of whom, McCaffrey and Trent Williams, they were getting rest days.
Yep.
This team's getting healthy. Here we go. Here
well,
we go.
For the ones that can get healthy, there's a few who aren't and who can't.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
And we still, I know we were talking about some guys are out.
Right,
Brandon
right.
Ayuk, we don't know. He still could be back
Maybe,
this year.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Could have.
Yeah.
Not sure.
But Brock Purdy's back, and we're not going to spend a lot of time on this. Perhaps we'll be talking about it a lot in the weeks to come. But if Brock Purdy is ready and he's healthy, he's got to play, right, Jay?
Oh,
he's
yeah,
got to play.
It's a
Okay.
squad.
All right.
That's what everybody has told us. It's a squad, so we stick to it. John Lynch just said it within the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
Shanahan said it within the last 48 hours. It's his squad.
That's what everyone has said, but are you down with that?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Because I know like even Stevie Johnson said, when the guy's got the hot hand, you got to leave him in there.
Yeah.
But to me, I do feel like if Brock Purdy is healthy, he's ready to go. He's better than Mac Jones, assuming he's healthy. So you're a better team if you play the better guy, as good as Mac Jones has been. So, plus he's going to be back home this week, right? Isn't Brock Purdy from Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if he's paid to be the starter, Mac Jones, as you talked about, has already stated this is Brock Purdy's team. The powers that be have already talked about this is Brock Purdy's team. So if it's his squad, he comes back. Got to come out here and get the W.
Yeah. And the other thing is, it's
Against
not like
the Cardinals.
Yeah, Mac Jones is still there. It's
Yeah,
not like
of course.
you're sending him off. Or
Yeah, and
he's still there, and he can
if
still
Purdy,
play.
the turf toe's not right, then you just step Mac right back into place.
Yes. Now then we got something, right? If Purdy comes back and he's like, he doesn't play well, Mac Jones comes in second half and they win a game, then maybe you've got a controversy. But right now we do not.
No, I don't think you would have a controversy. Truly,
Really?
The only reason why you have a controversy is because Purdy is hurt and coming back.
Yeah.
Or is it because Mac Jones has played well and you just want to let him play out the season? Like, what's the controversy? Just let him play the rest of the season?
No, I think it would be a controversy if this happened, and maybe it won't. If Brock Purdy came back and he was reasonably healthy, but he just didn't play well, and the offense really sputtered, and you were losing, and they had to bring in Mac Jones to try to save the day, and he did, then that, as unlikely as it is, then I think then you'd have, now Kyle's got a tough decision to make.
As far as what? The rest of this year?
Well, the rest of the next game. Next game, if that were
that's
to
what
happen.
I'm asking. I got you. Because I'm like, are we talking about the next 3 years Mac Jones is? Okay. So we're talking about for the next game, for this moment to compete to get into the postseason.
Yeah.
It's Mac Jones if Brock Purdy is rusty or, can't get the job done. Or as you said, he comes in and he wins a game that they're losing.
Obviously, you've got to give Brock Purdy a little time to get back into the swing of
No
things.
doubt about it. I would hope so. But, that's not how we operate.
Right.
We definitely don't. We operate in the form of either you won or you lost. And if you didn't look good losing, then, we got to replace you quick, fast, in a hurry. It's something that's just how it goes, right? No doubt about it.
By the way, the old man who bumped his head is he had to go to the blue tent, but he's probable for this week. So
Probable?
Yeah. He's still
Is he listed on the injury report?
Definitely.
Okay,
yes.
Just triple checking. You might Belichick style. Might not have listed him.
Yeah, we tried to kind of slide him through there, but the league said, nuh-uh. When we come back, why we're done with the gloom and doom and basketball depression, and why you should be too when it comes to the Kings. That's next. It's Jay and Whitey, Sactown Sports. Don't go away.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 18 years of age and older that are residents of California and who reside in one of the 6 counties that make up the Sacramento metro area, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win, unless the station otherwise specifies in its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 30 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. For a copy of the general contest rules, visit khtk.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BOOST25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code BOOST25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Savings abound at Elk Grove Honda during the Honda clearance event underway now. This is your final chance to drive home in a new 2025 Honda Accord, Pilot, or Ridgeline at Elk Grove Honda clearance prices. Right now is the right time to save, and if you're looking for pre-owned Hondas, Elk Grove Honda has a huge inventory. Visit the Elk Grove Honda 2025 Accord, Pilot, or Ridgeline clearance sale at Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Sacramento, the wait is over. The all-new Hard Rock Sports Bar is here at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. Enjoy the ultimate 24/7 sports watching destination with 20 big screens with all the action for the premier game day experience. There's no other place you'd want to be to watch all the games with you and your friends. Now open at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Sacramento at Fire Mountain. For more details, visit casino.hardrock.com/Sacramento.
Around here, Maverick is more than a name. It's who we are. My dad climbed power poles for a living, and he taught me to keep homes running when it gets cold. This November, donate 5 canned foods to our holiday food drive and choose a furnace tune-up or an electrical safety check. We'll collect your cans at the appointment and keep your heat comfy and your lights steady. So the only thing whistling is the kettle, not your ductwork. Visit callamaverick.com. Limited November appointments. Some restrictions may apply.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
I appreciate what Doug Christie said last night on behalf of the fans. He stood up for the fans. At this point, Jay, dear listener, I feel like we're being silly if we're going to get all emotional and upset about losses like last night's. And I know that obviously you lose by 33 and you had a terrible homestand. But don't we kind of know that's where this is right now? I'm not making excuses, and I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying let's let's not be surprised.
Living the truth.
When something like that happens.
Living the truth.
Yeah.
Is all you're saying. And I say that in the form of, you're right. And
it's not good. Don't
No.
Yeah.
I mean, who wants to live in the truth when it's negative?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to take another stab, but I see some people real sensitive about Raiders today.
Yeah, Jay has mildly irritated a few Raider fans today.
Love it. Don't be mad at me. Why you mad at me? Be mad at them. Don't be mad at me. I'm not a GM. I'm not a wide receiver. I'm not a quarterback. And you can say everything the Niners they won since 94 and all that. More power to you, family. More power to you. It's all good. 916-339-1140. No, I like what?
You don't
what do
need
mean?
to kick them when they're down.
What do you mean? I stomp on them. Sensitive, baby. I smell blood in the water. Man, please get up out of here. 916-339-1140. You want to have a conversation. And yes, I understand the Raiders were here, but they're no longer here. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me.
Yeah.
But no, it's the same situation, and I kid when it comes to this. As a Kings fan, I've heard the same situation as Raider fan all my life, right? I lived in L.A. for almost 12 years, and I was antagonized. I was attacked. I was made fun of. I was called every single thing. Oh, you guys thought you had a championship. No way. We took the rabbit out the hat. I mean, I got it from James Worthy, from Robert Horry, from guys that I worked with. They talk bad about me every single day. I get it. It's life. It's part of it. We're cursed as being a Sacramento Kings fan. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to smile and say something completely different. But no, it's I'm with you. I'm with you, Whitey. It is something of living in the truth. We have to be real with yourself. You have to be real as part of the kingdom in the form of we're just not good right now, and we need some changes to happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As badly as this roster was constructed, and as many years as the Kings have struggled and failed, that's on them as an organization, and on the previous organizations, that's on them. But if you look at this team right now and you're expecting them to be a competitive team right now, in my opinion, Jay, some of that's on you. You got to be realistic. It's on the organization to put together this team. It's like, wow, that team's not very good. There's a lot of holes there. But if you're going to watch them and get your hopes up that, here we go, they're going to stomp these guys. Watch this. And then they lose. You're going to go, what's going on? That's on you.
Yeah. No, 100%. It's part of, and that's, fan is fanatic, right? We lean towards half glass full more times than not, but there are opportunities and situations where you have to be real with yourself, and you also have to tell yourself, like, look, I can't continue lying and saying that this team is better or the direction has been chosen or any negative connotation that you may be believing about the situation.
And I'm not saying, Jay, don't care. I'm not saying that.
Yes, very true.
I'm not saying don't root for your team. I'm just saying don't fool yourself. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Let's see what Casey has to say, can we? Hello, Casey. You're on with Drive Guys. How are you today?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Hey, thanks for hanging on. What's up?
Just, pretty frustrated with the Kings. Let me start by saying, you said earlier, Whitey, that it was a bad matchup because of their length, and that's not an excuse. It's a fact. But sometimes facts make the best excuses, and they didn't have their best player, Trae Young, an all-star, and they still beat us by 33. So the fact that we're out there trying to compete, the organization's telling us we're trying to compete, and we can't even beat teams that don't have their best player night in and night out. It's happened multiple times this year. Here's the thing. We've had people on this station that have said, the Kings fans don't really want a tank and a rebuild because that's 3 or 4 years of being terrible. Well, listen, I'm a Kings fan for life, and I'm 43, and we've been terrible for 20 years, okay? And the reason we've been terrible for 20 years is because we haven't done the full tank and rebuild. We've been bad the whole time except for the Bean Team year, and we just keep wanting to try to stay relevant and run it back, and we don't do the tank and rebuild. And the most pride I've had after a Sacramento Kings game was yesterday in Doug's post game press conference when he said, I'm not going to let people put on Sacramento jersey, basically paraphrasing, and put on the Sacramento jersey and play like that because it's disrespectful to the organization that he loved and that he still loves. And that was the first time that I've had hope as a Sacramento Kings fan that maybe, and hopefully Doug keeps to his word and things start changing, and maybe some of these guys actually get benched, for not playing defense. DeRozan, Levine, these guys are all just here to collect a paycheck. They don't care about Sacramento. They're at the end of their careers for the most part, and they have no connection to Sacramento. We're just the DeRozan or the Dennis Schroeder contract might be the worst contract in the history of the NBA. That nobody wanted him, and we signed him to 3 years. I know the third one's partially guaranteed, but still, at this point, it looks like it could be one of the worst contracts because it's going to extend our timeline of having old, bad players. We could have got out of Levine and DeRozan the next 2 years. Now we're still dealing with at least $4.5 million on the books for Schroeder in 3 years. So I just hope we do a full take and a full rebuild, and I would sit all those guys. Sit DeRozan, sit Levine, even Sabonis. The team they put around Sabonis is the worst possible team for a star player who's an NBA player. They have no players that fit his type of game. We have guys that can't come off of a pick and roll and shoot the ball. We have guys that have to create their own shot. Those guys don't play with Sabonis, and it's shown because Sabonis is only averaging 3-point-something assists.
Gotcha.
He was averaging almost 8 assists a few years ago.
Thank you, Casey. You made some great points. I apologize. We just have some other callers, but thank you for sharing all of that and for hanging on. The one thing I'll say...
Passion, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
I respect it.
The one thing you said, the Hawks without Trae Young, they've actually been playing really well without him.
Yeah.
You're right. They are without him, but they've been playing really well without him. The rest of it, as far as the roster goes, it's a hodgepodge, man. That's what happens when we'll get this guy, we'll get that guy. That guy's really good. We'll put him on the team. Well, wait a minute. Now they don't fit. Domas is So that's part of the problem with this hodgepodge approach, Jay. It does not work at this level.
No, 100%. Shouts out to Casey, though.
Yeah.
And, fan, like you said, rocking and rolling for many moons, man.
Mm-hmm.
I respect it.
JR joins us here to Drive Guys. JR, heard you this morning on the morning show. Hopefully you got something better for us.
Did you hear what they said about you, old man?
I did hear that.
Giving you crap, Whitey.
I know. I tried to help him out with something, and then that's how I get. That's the thanks I get.
Yeah, hell, Michael, Dave, and Betsy Ross over there doing their show. You got Manson in the back room chopping things up.
Right.
They said you were too old to use AI. That's basically what they said.
Yeah.
How you know how to use artificial intelligence is flabbergasting to them.
Yeah.
Flabbergasting. Disrespect.
I would have been really mad, but I don't hear that well at my age, and I wasn't sure everything they just said. But otherwise, I was furious.
You're a technologist savvy, and I've been a fan since Thriller Night or whatever, Creature Feature, whatever you
Fright
ran
Night,
there.
Fright Night, man.
Yeah, Fright Night.
Get it right, baby.
You.
Thriller Night.
Hey, I know, sorry. Hey, I hate to say the one thing about last night of all the things, they scored 12 points in the second quarter. 12. I could coach a sixth-grade team and get 6 baskets and get 12 points. I still don't understand as an NBA team how they only scored 12 points. And I'm sorry, a little bit that's on Doug. Like, hey, let's just do these low post moves. And I get it. Bigger, stronger, longer. Atlanta has all that on us. You could score 12 friggin' points. I mean, you could score more than 12 points. That is just not acceptable. I was blown away.
Yeah.
That was the end of the game. I didn't watch any more. Thought, if you can't score more than 12 points, you're not an NBA team I want to watch this year. And that's sad because you know me. I'm a diehard fan. And when you were throwing pumpkins off friggin' crates with Phantom back in 2000, all that good stuff.
Yeah, but I know you're going to be out there too. And I know you say that, and I understand how you feel, and I respect it 100%. Yeah. But I know that the next time I'm at the arena, there's a very good chance I'm going to hear, "Hey, Whitey!" and it's going to be you.
Well, yeah, because they're going to be like $10 tickets, and I'll go. I'll see you at the arena.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Thanks for keeping an ear out for me. Yeah, they were very – well, Dave, the other guys were fine, but Dave was very mean to me today.
Was he?
Yeah. And
disrespectful?
I was trying to help him out with something on his show that he was asking about, so I sent him a response to what he was looking for. And, why are you so old? Yeah.
Oh, he's curmudgeon this morning, huh?
I've been very respectful to Carmichael Davis all this week. And that's the thanks I get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good.
How about Americo on Sactown Sports? Americo, how are you?
Hey, first time on the phone, first time caller.
Thank you.
I know you King. Yeah, hey, I know how you Kings fans feel. My football team, if I can talk about my football team.
Of course.
Stick to your team. Stick to Kings. Hang on. You hang on to your guys' team. Don't give up. Stay loyal, no matter if they're good times or hard times. And this is coming from a Lions fan from 73.
Ooh.
73?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I've gone through it all.
Yeah, you've been through it all.
This is before they won a playoff game. We're talking 0-16 in 2008.
Are we talking like Greg Landry and those guys in 73?
I was born 73. I'm a Leo.
You're born 73.
I've always
okay,
rocked the Lions because my parents were Jehovah's Witnesses. I couldn't watch anything on TV except the Lions.
I see.
That's what's up, America.
Thanksgiving Day, I saw the blue. I saw them running. I counted the ball. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna go with those guys. This is my parents let me watch this. I can't watch Christmas Snoopy. I can't watch anything else. Let me watch this.
I'm not laughing at this. I'm laughing at you because you cracked the joke. But
yeah, I can't do the doggone thing,
man. You can't watch the Heat Miser.
Christmas gifts, no nothing.
Well, listen, Americo.
So you know what?
Yeah, you should embrace the Kings because you know that Slamson's a Lion, and they had last night. They had the Lion at center court. I think you're meant to, since you're a Leo. I think you're meant to cheer for the Kings.
Yeah.
Hey, the Kings. Hold on to it. Don't let go. Keep going through the good times, bad times. It's your team. No matter win or lose, it ain't about that. It's about your personality. It's about what you like. It's what you believe in. Hey, not everybody gets championships. Not everybody has a legacy. Not everybody has all those wins. But you know what? As long as you happy, why complain about it?
Thank you, Americo.
That's what's up, Americo.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. You're helping me as an Oakland A's fan, as a 49er fan, as a Kings fan, as you've heard me. UT, man, a bunch of my squads, we ain't hoisted no trophies in a long time. I sure appreciate you, baby.
Thank you, Americo.
Thank you.
Talk to them Raider fans, too, though, while you're there.
God bless Americo. Yeah, and did you notice I tried to get him to be a Kings fan, and he just kind of glossed over that. Yeah, we'll root for your team. Yeah, and his team actually is, they've come close. They got a shot here next year or so, so we'll see about that. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Did you notice that, Jay, when I said, hey?
He did kind of glaze over a little bit.
Yeah, well, anyway. Couldn't hear you there, Whitey, but yeah, root for your team. Root for your team.
But you know what? Let me say this real fast. As I said, I'm a Niner, A's, and a Kings fan. Believe me, I understand. There's been a long period of time of me seeing any type of gold, silver, anything for the most part, right? But it's not fair if he's a Lions fan and he doesn't sound like he, maybe he is a fan of an NBA team. But man, I wouldn't wish a Lion and a King together. I mean, that's doing yourself wrong. Doing yourself no justice.
No, the Lions are very competitive right now. Yeah, by the time, and then at some point, maybe, they will start to fall back, and at that point, the Kings will be surging.
73.
Yeah.
He was born.
Right.
So by time, let's just call it, 78, 80. You're 80. He's been a Lions fan, and he hasn't seen a trophy yet.
Yeah. You know what I remember about Lions fans? I think we were just talking about them, was it yesterday? But a couple years ago, Kansas City, after they won the last time they won a Super Bowl, and then they played the following opening night on a Thursday. Remember, they played the Lions. It was 2 years ago, because I remember Kyle and I were on the air here, Kyle Draper and I, the next day. And remember, it was in Kansas City, and Lions fans showed out. And they were excited. They were cheering that team on, and the team hadn't really done anything yet. But a lot of people expected them to be good, which, of course, they were. But those Lions fans were very impressive. And I think some people even compared them in some ways to Kings fans. I don't know if you remember that, Jay, but, yeah, Lions fans were kind of dormant for a long time.
Yeah.
But when this team came to prominence again, they were ready.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. And I was rooting for them when the 49ers were out of it. Just hey, win a championship. Those are the type of teams I would love to see a fan base celebrate.
I'm still not sure how the 49ers beat the Lions.
Yeah, well, they got lucky, brother.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens that way.
Yeah, I think Coach Campbell maybe got a little overly ambitious.
He did.
Too. That helped.
He did.
Yeah.
He truly did. But, you can only take what's given to you.
That's right.
So the 49ers took advantage.
That's right. Andrew on Sactown Sports. Hello, Andrew. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Can you guys hear me okay? I'm in the car.
Yes.
Yes, sir. What type of car?
Perfect.
Yes.
Mazda CX-5, man.
Okay, I see you working, baby.
All right. A little flex there.
Hey, I got to do my thing, yeah. But anyway, man, I just want to piggyback off of Doug Christie's comments, man, because, I follow through, Kings group pages, and I see a lot of frustration from a lot of fans, which is understandable. I get it. But, man, at some point, these players need to be held accountable for the effort that they put in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Doug Christie can really only preach so much and preach defense, but these guys got to show it on the court. And I just don't feel like, a lot of these fans are really trusting that and seeing and figuring that out, because it's like the effort that we saw last night is a prime example of that. And I just feel like, Doug Christie bleeds purple, man. We all know that, and he loves his city, he loves his team. And for me, in my opinion, I don't want a coach, but that does anything else beside that, and I fully believe in Doug Christie, and I'm going to stay true to him, man, but I'll just take you guys' opinion off the air with that.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Here's what Doug Christie said. I know we have the audio somewhere, but just real quick. Quote, "These people need to come into the turnstiles. They need to be proud of the product when they leave here that they see, not effing embarrassed. Unacceptable, period. It is. This is a simple one. This ain't even hard. I don't need to look at no tape. Probably won't look at it. I've seen it once live. Damn, if you want to look at it again, but I will." I'll say this also to the point that that JR made. For all the talk of how it's all defense, understand that. That's important. Fine with that. Good with that. But the offense has been pretty bad. Yeah, 12 points in the second quarter last night. And the poor shot selection and the disjointed offensive sets are one of the reasons why the Kings got boat raced in transition. Because as I said earlier, some of the Kings' offensive possessions were almost they served as outlet passes for Atlanta's fast break. I understand Doug's emphasis on defense, and I appreciate why he does that. But even not last night, but the night before, someone asked about offense, and he said, it's not about offense right now. It's about defense. Okay, that's the point of emphasis. But the offense right now, Jay, it's hard to watch. It's bad.
Yeah, both sides.
Yeah.
There's spurts, though, right? They played the Nuggets pretty tough all the way to the fourth quarter.
They've definitely had more offensive highlights than defensive
No
highlights.
doubt about it. Yeah, very much so. So there's spurts, and there are times, there are periods during the game where it's like, okay, they're cooking. I see what's going on. And that's the game of runs. That's the way the league goes, the way the NBA goes, the way the game of basketball goes, right, on any level. And so it's fun, and it teases you just enough. And you see Zach go for 30 on a night, and you see Keon put up 20 and hit 5-6 threes. You see the young Nick Clifford do his thing, attack the rim, attack the cup. It gets you excited, but just overall for 48 minutes, it's just very tough to watch this team and really believe that they can play a full 48 minutes. And we've heard Coach Christie talk about that. Right?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a 34-minute game. This isn't 38 minutes. We need you to play a little longer.
Here's where I think we should be as Kings fans. And again, I'm not saying that, last night was fine. It's not fine, unacceptable, and all that. But as far as how you're going to choose to feel about it, you can gnash your teeth and pull your hair out and be angry. Okay.
Sure.
Or maybe you can do both. You look at, as you said, Nick Clifford last night scored 9 points. He didn't have a great shooting night, but he was active. That's a great 30 minutes for him. Also, Keon with 20 points. How about Devin Carter last night? Didn't shoot the ball well, but had 11 points. Also had 6 rebounds, 3 assists. That's nice to see. Like, all right, Devin Carter's getting a chance to play, and he's doing some things. That's what's probably more important to where the Kings are right now than whether they win or lose, as hard as it may be for some fans to admit that.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I mean, there are some, I guess what you're saying is there are a few different nuggets that you can hang on and be positive about.
Picture, yeah.
Bird's eye view,
but you can choose to.
From the blimp.
Yeah. From Revival.
Well, that's too close. Yeah, it gotta be. Shouts out to Revival, because that's one of the good things that the Kings have done right this year.
Uh-huh.
No doubt. Shouts out Revival.
How about RJ? joining us here. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Hello, RJ.
Hello, gentlemen. You guys were talking a couple minutes ago about, combination Lions and Kings fans. I am actually one of them.
Okay.
Yes, I was born in Michigan and moved out to Sacramento with my mom and my stepdad when I was about 6. But every summer, I went back to Michigan to hang with the grandparents and my dad. So kind of dual allegiances, and it's been as craptacular as you could possibly. I want to leave you with a super quick story that just encapsulates everything. So this Lions-49ers game, I absolutely just wanted to watch it on my own, not have anybody around, nobody jinx it, blah, blah, blah. So my buddy down the street, who's like a brother to me, he says, "Oh, man, my TV's out. Can my boy and I come down and watch the game?" And I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, that'd be great. So the buddy comes down. The kid's nowhere in sight. I'm like, "Where's the kid?" He's like, "Oh, he's at home. He's playing video games online with his buddies. He might come down a little later." I'm like, "Okay, great." So we watched the first half. First half was one of the great halves in the history of Lions football. And I allowed myself, gentlemen, about 8 seconds at halftime. Literally, I thought to myself in my head, "Oh, my God, this could actually happen." I didn't say it to anybody. I didn't mention it out loud.
Yep.
So anyway, the third quarter starts, and I hear this knock on the door. And it's my buddy's kid. And he walks in, and I'm like, "Oh, my God, the mojo is going to change instantly, And I crap you not. He goes, "Oh, hey," he calls me Rando, like Lando Calrissian, right? He goes, "Oh, hey, Uncle Rando." He goes, "It looks like it's going pretty good." And then I'm like, "Yeah." And then I crap you not, 10 seconds later, Josh Reynolds drops that pass on 4th down, and I knew, I am not kidding you, I knew it was over with about 10 and a half minutes left in the third quarter. I knew it was over with. And it was just death by 1,000 cuts after that. And then when my buddy and his kid are leaving, the kid gives me a hug and he goes, "Oh, it's okay, Uncle Rando. There's always next year." I'm like, "Yeah, there's always next year." So that's pretty much what I got going for me for all of eternity. So thank you guys for taking my call. I appreciate it.
All right, Uncle Rando.
Say that's not nephew anymore.
Thank you, Uncle Rando. Yeah.
It is. And Whitey, you can attest to this. You've been a Bay Area sports fan for a while. You've been a Padre. They've never won. There are instances. No, man. There are instances. I was born 84, and the A's won in 89. Literally, I have never seen the A's win a championship, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
49ers, I was super young. The Kings, got to go back to, a whole nother city, a whole nother state. I understand it. I get it. That's why it's interesting. That's why I poke jabs at people. That's why I hate, because it's sports hate. It's part of the game. It's part of the nature. Shouts out to Dwayne Baker talking about the Sharks, man. Them boys are playing some young guns over there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Love Double T, TT, and, of course, Macklin. But it gets to the point where sometimes, and I think we're all at this point, where with the Kings, it's like, man, is this ever going to happen? Is this ever going to happen?
Yeah, that's part of what's so difficult about this decision, because while it makes sense, it also means that, okay, it's official. We all knew it, but it's official now that Beam Team era, Beam Team 1, it's now shut, done.
Yeah,
Didn't amount to
over.
anything.
That's done.
When it seemed like, everyone was so optimistic about it. And now, nope, that didn't work. So we got to head in another direction. It's going to take a while. Frustrating. As it is for Lando, Uncle Rando. I've said this a million times, but you know it. If you're a fan, the hardest defeats are when you think you have it. And as he admitted at halftime of that game, he allowed himself for a second to think, they're going to the Super Bowl. And then, so those are the ones when in your mind, you've got it, and then they don't, something happens. Those are very difficult.
I was painfully painfully hurt when the 49ers lost in person. Truly. I mean, that was it.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about the Super Bowl, right?
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. It was super, super tough.
That was the weirdest game because I remember watching it feeling like they're in really good shape, but I don't think they're going to win. And I don't know why, but I remember it had that feeling like they're in really good shape here, but I don't think they're going to win. So maybe it was my fault, Jay.
Yeah, true.
Maybe so. When we come back, watch out, all you NFL wannabes, because here comes the Fraud Squad next on Sactown Sports.
Staples presents an